The map, it's not the territory. I learned that on one of my very first NLP training sessions I attended a few years ago, and I was dragged along as a very skeptical person in the world of personal development. But actually, if I apply that to the stuff I know today, I wish I'd done NLP earlier. I love NLP. I don't love all of it. I love some of it. But I love the bits that work, and I think that's a good metaphor. But the map is not the territory is a great example, because if you look at this, you could say, well, this is the world. This represents the world. But it's not the actual world. It's just a representation of the world. And it's the same with the stuff that's going on inside your head. The stuff that's in your head isn't the world. It's your representation of the world via your thoughts. And if you can learn how to think in a more proactive, in a more useful, in a more empowering way about yourself, about other people, about what's possible, then your whole life can change, because you can start to make better and more usefully informed decisions about the world. We can start using better language to describe what's going on. It's very rarely a disaster, or very rarely do things actually go wrong. In fact, things probably don't ever go wrong. They just go in a way that we don't like. And what matters then is whether we put our energy into complaining about the things that we don't like, or whether we put our energy into deciding, okay, I'm aware consciously that what's happening isn't great. What am I going to do about this now? So you can either go down the, oh, why did this happen? Why did this always happen to me? Or you can go down the route of going, well, this has happened. I'm aware that it's happened. I'm aware consciously I don't like that it's happened. What action am I now going to do? What will I now do? When you argue with reality, when you argue with the real world, not the map of the world, which is inside your head, but the real world, you lose every single time, because until you can invent a time machine and go back in time and change events, then all you're left with is what's actually happened. So what really matters isn't what's happened, it's what you do about it. And therefore, that requires us to either do one of two things. We can complain about the things that have happened, or we can decide to do something about what's happened. Both of those take you down different paths. And look, it is okay to complain. What really matters is how long you spend complaining. It's okay to have a bad moment. It's okay to have a bad day, maybe even a bad week. But don't have a bad life. And if you're just racing to the weekend at work, complaining about your job, then you're complaining about life, because you're spending 5 days potentially out of 7 at work. So if something isn't right, recognize that the words you're using to describe it don't describe it, they describe your thoughts about it. And what really matters isn't the thoughts that you have, but it's about what you do about it. So make the right choices for you. Challenge your beliefs, challenge what you believe to be possible, and then go out there and enjoy life as much as you can.